The leak of the Supreme Court's draft opinion on Roe v. Wade has sparked many debates across the country, and one woman is making it her mission to ensure that Generation Z is included in the conversation. Sophie Beren is the founder and CEO of The Conversationalist, a nonpartisan educational platform aimed at empowering Gen Z to come together and have difficult conversations. And Sophie's here to tell us more about that. Sophie, thank you. Abortion, it's a difficult conversation topic for people of any age, really. Why do you think it's so important for Gen Z to be a part of that?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. 8 out of 10 young people want to have their voices heard and vote on abortion policy, among so many other issues. Our generation is craving a seat at the table, and now more than ever, as the generation that's going to be inheriting these issues of today, we need to have our voices heard and do that through meaningful conversation.
Now, this is a topic that it's a very heated issue, and this and many other topics like it, it can be intimidating to even just ask certain questions because you're worried about somebody else, you know, coming after you for it or expressing an opinion that you're worried might make someone else angry or upset. So how do you try to foster a safe space and a real dialogue about this?
Absolutely. We just did this on the first episode of POVs, the first Gen Z talk show, where we convened 2 Gen Zers from the right and the left on the abortion issue. And by creating a space where the intention was to learn and grow and better understand one another, rather than trying to bring someone over to your side or change someone's minds, we were able to open each other's minds. And through that conversation, the 4 people in the episode actually uncovered common ground. So approaching a conversation with the intention of listening to others with the same passion you feel for being heard creates the space to unify together.
And so, are there conversations or moments in a conversation that stick out to you where you felt like everyone involved came away with sort of a different understanding of something than they went in with?
Absolutely. At the end of the episode, we never have the intention of changing people's minds, like I mentioned, but the 4 people on the episode were actually able to uncover common ground. They walked away from the episode, A, realizing that you don't need to hate one another in order to coexist in this world, and they uncovered that they value equally paid maternity and paternity leave and want to do their best to support women and people who concede. So it's a great way to create the right environment to have those conversations intentionally.
Now, if Roe v. Wade is to be overturned, Gen Z will be, of all the generations, probably the one most affected by that ruling right now. So how are you trying to get people more involved in the conversation from that age group?
Absolutely. It's important to note that 80% of young people support a pro-choice agenda, but at the same time, 29% of Gen Zers think abortion is morally wrong. So we want to make sure that we can create a space for everyone to be heard. We believe that everyone's voices matter, and by bringing people in with that intention of making them feel heard, we can then hear both sides equally. And so by inviting people in through our community, through our talk show, we can create that environment to show that our generation will be able to unify and bring people together.
So what's your advice for people who maybe are going to visit family or just have this conversation with friends they'll be talking about around the dinner table? What's your advice for people to be able to have that kind of open dialogue without ending up in an argument?
Absolutely. And sometimes it's unavoidable. These conversations are incredibly sensitive, but it all starts with you. Remember that you have to break open your own echo chamber in order to grow. So whether that be before that conversation, following new accounts on social media that will expose you to a new way of thinking, or going into that conversation knowing it's okay to walk away if it gets to a certain point, you can enter that conversation with the knowledge that you can have it no matter how difficult, because growth lies on the other side of your comfort zone.
Sophie Beren, great to have you, and thank you for this conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.